And what we want to, and then when he flies backwards, all that is some stress going on in his life. Somebody taught it to him. So what we want him to do is going forward. And we're going to teach him how to go forward by teaching his shoulders what to do. So if he doesn't want to go forward on his own, then we're going to just keep moving his shoulders. If I keep moving his shoulders, he's going to want to move something somewhere because, it's too hard to for me to keep controlling what he's doing. So in the beginning, I'm just going to get my foot in here. I'm going to go halfway up. If I think he's safe enough, I'll throw a leg over him and just sit here. If you sit here long enough, he's going to move something somewhere. He's going to go somewhere. If you sit here long enough, like, okay, he wants to go forward, that's fine. I'll let him go on a loose rein. But I'm only going to let him go so far, and I'm going to change his direction around. Good boy. That's one way to do it, is just sit up here. And I guarantee you, between now and midnight, he's going to move something somewhere between now and midnight. So I don't want him going backwards. So I'm just going to move his shoulder to the left and let him walk to the left now. When you get on horses and they don't go forward but they want to race backwards, that's a stressor. That's a huge stress in his life. As far as I know, he came off a racetrack. In those racetracks, all they do is run their horses all day, and then they put them in stalls all night. And that'll create a lot of stress on a horse, physically and emotionally. And that's what stress is. It's the physical and emotional way in which the horse's body responds to pressure from the outside world known as fight or flight. And that's all it is. So horses are flight animals. They're going to try to escape stress, escape fears, escape a whole lot of things. Good boy. Good for you. Good. And so we'll just keep him going around. I'm not going to let him, just wander wherever he wants, but I'm going to put him on loose rein, and basically whatever he decides to do, he decides to do. Most horses that race backwards had some type of mental breakdown at one point. You see it in a lot of show horses. People campaign and show their horses to death. One day their horse goes into the ring and the horse refuses to move. Or they fly backwards, or they flip over backwards, or they start bucking. And then it takes probably about 3 years to get them out of that emotion all of a sudden. It takes about 3 years. And after they're safe enough to get on like this horse, you just kind of let them, I'm going to still control him, but you just kind of let him walk on loose rein, let him go wherever he wants to go. And then we'll move this shoulder. Good. And let him move this way. Good. Good boy. And then this way. And now this way. So if he wasn't to walk at all, I'll just do what I'm doing right here, right now. I'll just pick up on the left rein at a standstill. He'd move his left shoulder to the left. If I held his nose there long enough. And then I'd pick up on the right rein and have his right shoulder move to the right. If it's too hard for him to move his feet up by himself, then I'll move his feet for him. Well, good boy. Now I was going to try to do some sacking out under saddle with him today, but he's, still has a little bit of anxiety going on. So before you ever want to do something like that, you definitely want to get him out of this first. Yeah, he's actually, pretty nice horse to move around, pretty nice horse to ride. It's not bad. Good. Good boy. And it's nice. There's some horses, when you start them under saddle or something, or, broke horses, they just don't like to move. And it's really nice when they like to move. They like to move around. Good boy. And now this way. Good. And as long as they're willing to move forward, then that's fine. But in the beginning, if he was just to stand still, I might just spend the next couple of lessons just sitting on his back for 35, 40 minutes and then getting off. The last thing we want to do is get in a wreck to where we're going to get hurt or he's going to end up getting hurt. It's not worth it because that'll just set him even further behind. Good boy. And move your hip. Good. And move your shoulders. Good. And the last thing I'd ever do with this horse right now, later on you would, is teach him how to back up. Because he seems to really know it already pretty good. Good. Stand here. He sees the carriage.